Hey, I'm Nick.
Hey, I'm Vinny.
You're listening to the Power Gun Podcast.
Let's talk some shit. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Oh, it goes.
So this is we got Steve here with us. He's a client of mine. He does a bunch of videos with magic, and no, not the kind of magic where it's abracadabra. It's Magic the Gathering.
I don't know. I do hide the sausage with my wife every night, so
He's actually going to cut Nick in half later.
Yeah. My wife won't like that.
You know what we need? We'll savor the good half. What we need to do is hire some people to just sit in here and clap, and we're like, we have Steve with us, and everybody just applauds.
And he doesn't say shit the entire time.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fun, but be funny. But
Steve has a YouTube channel. He does some Magic the Gathering content on there, and we will be linking all of his information in the description and stuff so you can check him out. Steve, tell us a little about yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve. As described, I have a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel here. I'm really just kind of a giant nerd with adult money now who got addicted to cardboard crack. So
we're into plastic crack and like paper crack. You know, anything that has like anime and fun stuff that we're into, like video game shit.
I'm also into wooden crack and brass crack.
Yeah, we're in a lot of crack.
Yeah, crackheads.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, how long have you been playing Magic?
I've been playing since 2015. I actually started playing shortly after I moved out here as a way to kind of meet people and make friends and everything, and ended up meeting up with a buddy of mine who he was in the competitive scene, and he corrupted me. I was that filthy casual until he showed me what real Magic is, and then I went off the deep end.
Yeah. I just started recently, like 2 weeks ago recently. My brother-in-law's been kind of teaching me how to play, so it's fun.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. It is the most complicated card game, and that's what I love about it. There's
But
just so
not
many...
really. I mean, like it is, but in its simplest form, it's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
But once you start getting into like what the cards do, then it gets complicated.
Nick's
Yeah,
like,
like-
I play Uno, bitch.
Yeah, Uno ends friendships.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put if I've had a few drinks and you throw a draw 4 on me, I could be socking someone in the head.
Oh, we got a version of Uno for my wife's birthday that's called Brutal Uno. It's
Oh,
like
no.
draw 10s and shit.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Be brothers and sisters fist fighting over that shit.
No kidding, man. God.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being a cop getting called to a stabbing over a fucking Uno?
I might have to do a deep dive and see if there's actually been any like domestic disputes over, you know, like Uno fights and stuff like that. Where it's just
Yeah.
like, well, that's the new one, you know. Man,
Yeah.
I have a lot of cop clients. I should find out if that's happened.
We should do an episode on just dumb shit people do, for violence people commit for the dumbest reasons. And if you can get one of your cop friends on, maybe we could have them come on and talk about that.
They'll tell me a few things that's happened and stuff, but I think it's kind of one of those things. I don't think they're really supposed to talk about arrest and like shit that's going on. I'm sure like some of the stuff that's hit like news and stuff, everybody fucking knows about that, so they can talk about it. But there's been some detectives buddies that I've met that really couldn't talk about some of the shit. And I'd ask a question, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm on that case, can't talk about it."
Oh, yeah. Well, but like past cases and stuff, maybe they have some examples.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But back to Magic though. I just scored the Fallout series from Secret Lair.
Do they look like the animations from the games?
Those are the boxes, and I literally have not opened them yet.
Okay.
I meant to post this on Instagram the other night, and I haven't posted it yet. But
Yeah, I think those are the ones where they have like the Nuka-Cola boy on them. Like the art is super cool on them.
Yeah, it's all the art from the game series of like the little vault kid and stuff. But Steve brought some cards here today, and
He just
one of his
whipped it
decks,
out on us.
Hell yeah, dude. So I thought it'd be
white box on us.
I thought it'd be funny have you guys kind of look through this. I literally just played this at this exact deck in an event this past weekend, and just to explain the absurdity of this, have you guys take a look through and just kind of guess how much that box of cardboard is worth.
So you have like protectors and stuff on the cards and everything.
Yep, they're double sleeve. They got an inner sleeve, perfect fit, and then an outer one. They're like 90% waterproof. Like I wouldn't throw it in a pool or anything, but someone gets pissed off and like dumps soda when they flip the table. They're
Oh,
safe
sure.
at least.
So have you been in situations where there's been like a nerd explosion of rage of losing and stuff? I know
Yeah.
we've talked about it, but you
Yeah.
can talk it to the people that are listening about it.
Yeah, so one of my
These cards need shuffled.
So there was an event that I was playing at, just a little local Friday Night Magic thing, and it was actually me and a good buddy of mine were in the finals for first place. And like, I mean, this is super low stakes stuff. You win, you get like $20 a store credit or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's still something, you know.
And we're playing, and I'm on a combo deck that can kill him on turn 2 or whatever. And
So people that don't know about this game, combo deck means more than one color of
so
deck?
combo is an archetype. It means like you're trying to use the synergy between specific cards to be able to end the game on the spot. So like there's this whole theory called metagaming where there's like combo, aggro, control. It's kind of just describing what you're trying to do, and it's this whole rock, paper, scissors sort of thing. Like one type is better than the other but loses to the other. But I'm playing this deck, and I just have the nut draw both games in a row where I'm able to kill him on turn 2.
No shit.
And it's the second game. You play matches best of 3. So I clobber him in the first one, go to the second one, and he plays a card, passes a turn. I play my card, play my creature, pass the turn back. He goes, he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm searching my deck, and then I'm passing my turn to you. I'm like, okay, do you have anything to respond, or are you just like passing the turn? You can't do anything. He's like, I'm just passing the turn. I'm just letting you do your thing so I can search my deck for the card I'm looking for. I'm like, okay, play my thing, swing out, kill him while he's still searching through his deck. He just looks at me, throws the deck at me.
But I mean, like nobody's like dumped tables and shit on you for like,
Not me, no, but I have seen videos of some people getting way too sweaty and freaking out over stuff. And
well,
like,
there was a chubbier guy years ago that was blowing up with videos and stuff, and that was one of his things besides Star Wars stuff was and Xbox things. He was I think it was, oh man, what the fuck was that? Vine videos where he was playing Magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Did he have
would
kind of a lisp?
I think so, and he like would rage quit on people and flip,
Yeah.
flip, and I think that was his thing. He'd flip the table on the people and shit.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, exactly. I can't remember the fucking guy's name and stuff, but yeah, he'd get like so pissed off that he just lost. He's like, man, it isn't that serious.
right, it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
But no, I've never seen anyone get that mad in person. I've seen videos. Also, like the places where I play, if they were to do that, you're like flipping the table that 4 other people are playing on. So
I bet there's gonna be a fucking fist fight over
Yeah.
some shit because I mean, people are gonna probably lose cards at that point.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and
And-
then,
Knock you in your fucking face.
And then on top of that, you're thinking you're flipping those cards and going all over the place. So like you saw that deck, like just guess how much that pile of cardboard is.
right.
I wouldn't even know where to start,
with
man.
your particular deck, I want to say probably about 550.
Not even close.
That's so more.
It's about $3,000 worth of cardboard in that
my
box.
goodness. My goodness. Huh. Well,
I'd say don't tell my wife, but she's the one that instigated me to buy it. So,
she's like, I want you to win.
but yeah, like yeah, there's a lot of money in this, and like someone flips the table, and all of a sudden your $500 card is creased and unplayable. Like, yeah, that's fistfights right there.
Do you ever? People sometimes print their cards off, right?
Yep.
You ever think about doing that?
So I have done that for like casual shit, like playing Commander. It's like the big format everyone plays right now.
Yeah.
It's casual. There's nothing competitive about it. And I've done that just because like there's cards that are literally thousands of dollars. I'm like, I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Sure.
So like I'll print off some of that stuff just for casual games. But as far as like playing competitively, you can get disqualified and kicked out of tournaments and stuff. And I've actually fallen victim back when I first started to fake cards before. I traded some stuff and then I got all excited, went to the store, started playing with it, and like, yo, you know that's fake, right? I'm like, really? Shit.
No, man.
So, is there penalties and stuff for people that print off cards and shit, or they just kind of treat it like, okay, well, he's technically got the card, we'll just, let it slide?
It kind of just depends on the environment you're in. Like for casual stuff, as long as everyone else at the table is cool with it, they'll just kind of let you roll with it. Some of them are like, as long as you have a physical copy of the card, if it's one that you want in like multiple decks, or like if you have one, it's fine. Print off fake ones for all your other decks as long as you have one. But once you go to actual sanctioned tournaments and stuff, fakes will get you kicked out of the tournament.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So.
Well, also, like, I could see where nobody's going to have every card memorized and every single thing that they do. So if you print one off yourself, it'd be really easy to just change what it does and make it like a better card than it really is supposed to be.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. The issue you run into is if you try to do that in a competitive scene, we are all such anal nerds, and the decks that are commonly seen are so min-maxed that it's the same cards every time you see this deck. Most of us know exactly what a card is and what it does just based off the artwork alone. Yeah. Like, I have cards in Japanese in that deck. Can't read a word on them. I know exactly what they do and what they are.
My wife could read them to you if you want.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, she's like almost has finished her course in Japanese.
Should have had her tutor me when we went to Japan last year. Shit.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Well, we all want to go in like 25.
Oh, it was a blast. Instantly fell in love with the country when I was there. Like, even my wife is like, we win the lottery, we're moving here. Like, it was so cool.
I would probably. That's my problem. Like when we go, because I definitely want to take that trip. I probably won't want to come back. I'll probably see all the JDM cars that I've fallen in love with. Over
Bro,
the
I
years.
get like that when I go to Branson. Like,
like what? Do we have to go back?
So your channel, what's the name of it?
So I go under the name Dassourkraut. So all my social medias are just at Dassourkraut.
German.
Yeah.
I like it.
Das is good, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever eat a Hofbrauhaus?
Yes.
I love Hofbrauhaus.
Yes.
We don't have one of those.
No, we don't. I've been to one in Cincinnati, and it wasn't in Cincinnati. It was in Newport, which is far.
Gotcha.
It's still Cincinnati.
Shit, anytime I get out there, I don't even think about hitting up a German restaurant or anything like that. I always just want Skyline, and I'm just like, give me the chili dogs, dude. I don't give a fuck.
And,
like, I don't want to shit for a week because I ate that stuff.
Vegas too. It's not Skyline chili, but if you get to like, I think as close as like Des Moines has one, but a Steak and Shake, they do the 5-way chili, and their chili's pretty good.
It's not bad. Red Star's out there too. It's the equivalent, but I know people would fight over that.
So, what's the strangest Magic deck that you've seen or heard of?
There's this meme deck called Battle of Wits. So a typical Magic deck is 60 cards and a 15 card sideboard. Well, this deck is built around a card where it is at the beginning of your upkeep. If your deck has 200 cards or more, you win. So this is a 265 card deck. It's like shadow banned from tournaments because no one can shuffle this thing on their own. But it is the funniest shit ever when you see someone show up to a tournament with it. There's video of this dude showed up with it triple sleeves. So another sleeve on top of what I've already got. On video, I'm not even kidding. The deck is like 1.5 feet tall. It's hilarious. The judge is like, I will let you play one round with this just because I want to see it.
That's like, it's like pulling up the John Holmes or somebody like just pull it out once. I got to see it once.
See it.
In person. Maybe feel the weight of it in my hand.
Keep it away from my wife.
Right.
Keep your deck away from my wife.
Right. Oh man. So, we should have a Power Dump podcast tournament. And we'd have the winner and loser rules of a Magic the Gathering tournament. So like winner gets like to punch the loser in the face like 2 times, and then loser also gets his shit on his chest or something from P. Diddy.
I was okay with the punch in the face. I can't let you Diddy on me, bro.
That's what we're gonna call it now. We're gonna call it the Diddy.
The Diddy.
You can't Diddy on my chest, bro.
The Diddy doo doo.
Yeah. I don't know. Or the winner gets I don't know, 5 cards from the loser's deck or something. That would be high stakes.
Oh shit, we're going back to the ante rules from the 90s.
Maybe.
He's like, I'd rather have the punch in the face.
Right?
Take my card.
No, take my cards, dude.
Don't touch my cardboard crack.
So there's people that probably have millions of dollars worth of cards.
Yeah, so actually, funny story. So what kind of really took Magic mainstream over the past couple of years is last year there was the Lord of the Rings set that came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the news about like Post Malone bought that one-of-one ring for $2 million.
Yeah, 2.2 or something like that.
Yeah, and it set the record for the most expensive card Magic ever sold.
Yep.
Well, that just got broken yesterday.
It did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Someone
hear about this.
bought a 10 of 10 graded Alpha Black Lotus for $3 million.
Okay, so of course it had to be a fucking Black Lotus.
Yep.
But that was so people don't know about this card. This Black Lotus is out of what series? Was it the first series?
Yeah, so it was part of the original run. So it was printed in Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and Revised. Yeah, I think it was in Revised. So they were like the first 4 sets of Magic. So from like 93 to 95. And it was the rarest card at the time. And then Wizards went and did this whole thing called the Reserve List, where they create a list of cards. They're like, we are never going to reprint these again. Like, we will not do it. And it basically turned those into like stocks as far as investors are concerned, to the point where they're worth ridiculous amounts of money. And Black Lotus is one of those. So it'll never get reprinted again. It was the original printing of it, so from 93, so there's not even a ton of them out there left anyways.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, this thing is slabbed and graded at a 10. So
I started playing in 95 when I was in high school, and I didn't realize that it's been around since 93, but I didn't, get super into it and stuff, but man, knowing me, then like I kind of went on the deep end on getting cards back then. And they weren't really like reprinting a bunch of cards. It was basically what was out there was out there.
Yep.
And there wasn't massive tournament rules back when I used to play. So it wasn't this complex of when I started getting cards and all that stuff, and like the way the things are like talked about with this game. I kind of feel like an idiot and lost because what I remember from the game, it was just very simple. And it's like you just had your colored decks and you can mix and match up to 2. I think there was possibly 3 ways you can build a deck out of those cards, but that's about as complex as it got. And then they start talking about like commander decks and all this other stuff that I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Or building decks around one card just sounds asinine to me, but I guess there's a formula to it and stuff. And it's evolved so much over the years that it's just kind of insane. So
is there a limit to how many lands you can put in a deck? And
no, the only limits are minimum card counts for stuff. The only format that has a limit on the maximum number of cards, without diving into like super niche formats that like 3 people play on like Spell Table in the middle of the night. Commander is a 100 card format. You can only have 100 cards, but any other format, there's just minimums. So as long as you meet the minimum number of cards, you can put as many as you want. If you want a deck with like 1,000 lands, if you can shuffle it, have fun.
Yeah. But I think at the time when we played, I think we limited the cards to, I can't remember if it was like 50 or 100. There was a set amount of cards that we could have in, and then it was basically just kind of like you said, if you wanted as many lands as you wanted, or, if you wanted to load it up with just monsters, and, good luck trying to get a land.
But here's the thing I was wondering. That box is $3,000. Would you be expected to shuffle that if you went and played a tournament with it?
Yeah, I shuffled it every round. Multiple times.
Did you pee?
No, so I don't. I mean, I peed, but not because of that. But
Like, fuck.
so, like, there's different methods of shuffling. So, like, what you're referring to is called riffle shuffling, where you're like bending the cards and shit. So, when you have sleeve cards like that, you do what's called mash.
Kind of thing,
yeah, mash shuffling, where you kind of just like slide them in from the side.
Fucking Vegas dealers shuffle those shits.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think the funniest thing ever would be to see some high roller take out a deck that's got like Black Lotus and all that shit in it, and just like riffle shuffle right in front of someone. Yeah. I think that'd be the funniest shit ever, because I've seen people with like cheap decks do that in tournaments, and you just see the like super spiky tryhards sit there and just like start cringing and twitching. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, but and people that aren't really familiar with this card game, you to stay, I guess, current with tournaments as of each year, you have to basically buy that year's cards, though, don't you?
It kind of depends on what you're playing. So there's so many different formats that it all just depends what format you want to play. Standard is like the premier format that the company wants you to play, and it's actually a rotating format. It's only the 3 most recent years worth of cards, and then every year the oldest year worth of cards drops off and isn't playable anymore. Yeah. And then you move into what are called the non-rotating formats, where the card pool never drops cards out of it unless they get banned, but it's constantly adding new ones. And those ones, it kind of just depends on what gets printed that year. Like, the most recent couple of years, they've power crept shit so much that, like, they're artificially rotating these, because what was once good is now completely useless because it's outclassed by something else.
Yeah.
The format that I play is called Legacy, which is everything that's ever been printed minus a ban list. So to break into that format, it has to be incredibly high powered. But even then, we've seen the top decks in that format change over 3 or 4 times just in the past year because of how ridiculously strong shit they're printing nowadays.
I still can't get over $3 million for a fucking Lotus card, dude.
Right.
It's so crazy, man.
I'm telling you, if
because
I
knew it was 200,000. That was what that was worth.
if I ever paid anything over like $500 for a card, and I got pulled over for speeding, I'd expect fully to show the cop that card, and he'd be like, "Have a good night,"
Yeah.
and just walk away.
One of those cards you had, that Lion's Eye Diamond, yeah, that's like $525.
Yeah, that's a lot. I get it though, if that's something you're passionate about.
Yeah.
But one thing that appeals to me about Magic is you can go all in like you do, with the tournaments and everything. Or you could get a few buddies together with a couple of decks that are thrown together and still just have fun.
Yeah, the power level is all about what you want to do with your friends. I mean, I used to love just cracking packs open and making decks out of whatever I opened. And yeah, were they garbage? Of course. Was it fun to play? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most powerful cards I had that my buddy had, that I had to go out and find these cards and get them. I spent a little bit of money on getting these cards, but I remember it was a lore in a coffin. I know I've probably talked to you about this stuff, but it was the person basically, if they had a card I can target, like a person's creature.
Yeah.
It went into the coffin and stuff. Well, that lore, would, and it had to be like a tap card or something, but the lore would look like it had a chicken on it or something, and it would basically tap that person's card with them not doing anything. They could just bring it out and be like, all right, that was tapped.
Shit.
And then it would basically go into the coffin, and it would be one of those cards where you're just you needed that card to do something for the whole game, and it was just no, it's going to stay in the coffin. You can't get it out.
And there's probably no feeling like that either. Like when you have a card and you put it down and somebody's just good and fucked because you use this card. Mm-hmm. You're pretty proud of yourself at that moment.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So I'm primarily a combo player at heart. I like doing the big flashy crap and casting a bajillion spells in a turn. But the other side of me is I love hardcore prison, where I'm just you are not playing Magic, and I am loving every second of this.
Yeah.
Because he's had stories when I've been working on him and stuff, and talking about this game, and there's a lot of local guys that work for certain companies in town. We won't really talk about those certain companies, but they got the kind of run of certain, I guess, tournaments at certain places.
Okay.
And thinks that they're king dingling a shit town. So, and from what I understand, that he's showed up with a couple cards and stuff, and they're just kind of had that look of just oh fuck, he's got a good deck, shit.
Yeah, since I'm relatively new to the scene, especially back before the pandemic and everything, it was funny seeing all the local tournament grinders and stuff. They just underestimate me, and then I just fucking kick their ass because I knew my deck well enough and I knew how to play it. They're just oh, it was luck, that doesn't matter. I'm okay, why did I just win the past 5 FNFs in a row then?
Yeah, at a certain point, because the game is really just luck based. It's really just getting the card. It's just, you have no control of it. But it says something if you can actually smoke somebody 5 times in a row and just be oh yeah, so luck must have ran out for you all day.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of luck involved, but I also think that as far as skill goes, where I've played twice, no matter what I drew, just because he understands the cards so much better, I would have zero chance of winning in a game against him. No matter what I drew or no matter what he. Would you agree with that?
I mean, yes and no. It's a game of variance, but there's things you can do to decrease the variance by the way that you build your deck, the cards that you put in it, stuff like that. Chances are, yes, I'd be able to figure out how to beat you just because I know what my decks are and they're tuned to specifically do their thing as quickly and consistently as possible. But, there's always the possibility where it's oh, cool, I only drew lands and I can't do anything, and, oh, you beat me 30 turns later when I should have beat you on turn 1. I mean, it's happened, so...
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it the times that I played it, and I'm going to continue to do it, but I don't know if I could ever get serious about it, but I can see where I'm going to have some fun with it.
Yeah. Have you traveled out of state to play tournaments?
Yes. Been to Des Moines a bunch. I actually just went up to Minneapolis last year for MagicCon Minneapolis, actually. So I was up there. That was super cool. That was my first time getting to go to a con for it, and that was a super cool experience.
You ever showed up to one of those tournaments out of state and stuff and just got smoked the first round? Where you're just holy shit, I just thought I was relatively good at this?
So personally, no. Most of the time when I go out of state, I'm playing in what are called trios events. So you're actually on like a team of multiple people.
Okay.
And yeah, those like I know we're getting smoked because like my team always goes and we don't play the best decks. We want to play what's fun. Like even if it's not the best deck, I want to go and have fun and play what I'm playing. So I already know I'm at a disadvantage. But then not only does your skill in your match matter, you also have two other teammates that one of them has to win their match as well.
Yeah.
So that inherently, like, I could win all day. If my teammates can't win, then yeah, we just get smoked. And like that's how a lot of it goes. That being said, there have also been days where like, yeah, I go to one of these events and like I'm the one dragging the team down. I'm like, I can't play worth shit today. And it's happened.
A long time ago, I worked with this guy named Tyler, and he actually went to Spain for a Magic tournament.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like really huge, like flashy. It looked like they were in Vegas doing it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that game's pretty serious, and as long as it's been around, I mean, most people think that it's just a new like thing because Post Malone bought a really expensive card.
When did it come out?
93.
Yeah, 93. I like I said at the time when I got it, like I bought it from some kid that was just selling cards, and I was just like, oh, what's that? He's like, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but with numbers, and kind of explained it. And I played it with one of my other buddies, Ross, growing up with him, and his brother showed him how to play it, and I was just like, oh, this shit is fun, But
It is.
it was just at the time it was just to me a numbers game. It was like like playing like really strategic Uno game, with cool
Oh,
that's one way to describe it.
Yeah.
Strategic Uno.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of planning that goes into just playing around of it. You know, as far as
And like I said, like how it's evolved over the years is just mind blowing. Being an old player. So, you playing anything else besides Magic?
Yeah. I mean, I play video games a lot. As we've talked about, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, like huge Legend of Zelda fanboy. Hell yeah. But yeah, I like playing stuff in general. Like currently I've been playing a bunch of Helldivers 2 with my neighbor. And we've talked about that as well. I heard you guys talking about it on one of the previous episodes also. And
yeah, I think he bought it. I still have not dove into it because I'm trying to get through too many other games right now. So, and I just went back in the last episode that we haven't aired yet. I went back and bought all the Fallout games. So
Nick currently splits his time between Minecraft and Fortnite.
yeah.
Oh.
I also finger my ass with photos of Justin Bieber.
Appropriate.
Just kidding. But
Sorry.
Well, he was forced to screw Meek Mill and P. Diddy. I keep bringing this thing. That's gonna be dude. That
Still riding that scooter,
That
aren't
topic
you?
is gonna the scooter. That scooter is gonna be ridden until this whole thing comes out, where they actually go to court, and then you find out it was all bullshit, and it was just social media stuff that they're just putting out. It's all bullshit.
So I think my nerdism is like you, Nintendo, like Super Mario, but I play World of Warcraft as well.
I tried to get into World of Warcraft. I was big into Lord of the Rings Online in college, like to the point where my whole floor in my dorm would all like hang out in a room on our laptops and like fucking play together and shit.
LAN party.
Hell yeah.
LAN parties.
I just couldn't get into World of Warcraft because I couldn't make myself pay for it. I was a broke ass college kid at the time when I was into all those MMORPGs and stuff. Like, there's a part of me that wants to get back into doing that, and then I'm like, fuck, I have a job.
Did you RuneScape? Did you get back into RuneScape and everything?
No, I actually never got into RuneScape.
I never did either.
I played Anarchy Online in like 2000 for like 4 years. And then I switched to World of Warcraft. I've been playing that ever since. But I think my favorite series, though, is I really love Far Cry, man. And so I play console, PC, like it doesn't matter. I just like to play shit.
That's so when I get through, because I'm almost through season 2 of Call of Duty. I've got like a couple small things to unlock, and I already smoked season 2 already. I think it's got like 1,000 days left of that season. So I'm gonna finish up Ghost of Tsushima. Getting pretty close to getting out of the island on that, but I think when I finish that game, I'm gonna get in that Far Cry game. I need to get through some games. So
Yeah.
I keep buying them, and
Maybe we could start Helldivers together.
maybe we'll Hell Dive together.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah. There's any other games that's coming out that you're like looking forward to?
Not this coming out anytime soon. I got a Steam library that's like 80 games long I need to work my way through because I have the same problem. I'll just buy games and totally forget to play them because life gets in the way.
Yep.
But I'm currently playing Wolfenstein: The New Order because I got it for free off of like Prime Gaming or some shit.
Sure.
So I've been playing that a bit in my free time as well.
I think I got that on my Switch, and it was fun, but really hard to see on that smaller screen.
Oh yeah.
So
I tried playing the 2016 Doom on my Switch, like on an airplane one time, and I'm like, I can't see shit. I need a real TV for this.
I had that one. It just felt like it was a little lackluster in some of the stuff that was in the console version. I remember like it was still a good game, but I was flying through that game so much faster than my first playthrough on the console when I first played that game. But I did buy the Doom Eternal, and I liked it. I bought the first download, and then I upgraded the PS5 and just kind of haven't touched it.
I'm waiting for South of Midnight.
Yeah, that's that Xbox game you showed me, right?
If I don't care if I don't play another game between now and then, I'm getting that game. It just looks really cool to me.
Weird. I think the only one that's like coming out besides some of the old Sega games that they've announced, but they haven't announced like a drop date for them or anything. But that Jet Grand Radio, them redoing that, and like Crazy Taxi.
Oh yeah, Crazy Taxi would be fun to play.
Yeah, but I guess they're redoing all of it. They're making it look this gen and everything with the frame rate and everything.
I hope that doesn't ruin it.
It might be better. It might just feel the same and just look prettier. I mean, most of the time it's them reskinning a game that just feels the same. It just looks nicer.
There's some driving games that I wouldn't want fixed, like Cruising USA. That
looks terrible though.
I know. Oh yeah, trust me. Gran Turismo 2 looks like hammered shit, but I had so much fun playing that game.
I loved Road Rash. Remember that one?
Yeah, a motorcycle game.
Yeah, where you like beating the shit out of the person driving next
to
you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I have a game that's like the closest thing to it on my Switch that I bought. I think it was a few bucks. That I think it's on Steam too. It's like I have to look up the name of it and stuff, but there's like a skill tree to it and everything, and it knows that you're kind of almost not going to get to the end, and even if you were to get to the end, your skill tree would have to be built up so far, but it knows that you're going to keep playing it and building up that skill tree, which is. I think it was a nice way for them to do that game. It was almost reminiscent of what the fuck is that? They're making a part 2 of it. Hades. So Hades 2 is going to be that one's going to be an awesome one that comes out.
Excitebike was not fun.
Like Excitebike 64 was trash. Remember that one?
Excitebike NES was trash.
Pretty sure
that
they all
game
were
pissed
trash.
me off so much.
I wasted a lot of time on that on Nintendo.
Yeah. I was all the Mario games, but I love Skater Die 2, man. That was fun shit right there.
I played the shit out of TNC Surf. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was hard. What else? I think Killing Floor 3, they've announced that it's coming out, but no dates, no nothing. They're not giving any really updates on that, and that's going to be a huge one. I'll be getting that for PC.
I think I have 1 and 2 on PC, and I've never even played them.
Dude, it's probably the best. Like, so the older Call of Duties, the zombie games, they were, get through the rounds and see if you can survive. They got away from that. It's not like that anymore. The new zombies and Call of Duty is just to exfil and get missions done and stuff. Now it's not anything like that.
No
anymore.
hordes? Well, there's going to be hordes.
To a certain extent, yeah. It's basically like they took DMZ, took out the PvP stuff, and then replaced the enemies with zombies and like mutant creatures and shit.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of DMZ.
Yep. Yeah. It's legit. It's really fun.
It is a ton of fun.
Yeah. I still haven't unlocked all the stuff in that, but it's just kind of one of those things where like I think I would need people to like do it with. Yeah, I would think that Treyarch is like probably the older company that's been making Call of Duty games, and I guess this new one that's coming out that they're putting out, they've been working on for 4 years, so hopefully it like does something good for the franchise again, because I'm getting kind of sick of them.
Just re-release a Black Ops series. That shit was gold.
Yeah,
Black Ops 2.
2 was.
Oh my god, 2 was my shit.
That entirety of a game was the best one that they've ever done, in my opinion.
Multiplayer was the best on it.
Yep. Zombies were amazing. It was amazing in that game.
I played the shit out of zombies on Black Ops 2 with my cousin.
Yep. But if they took the first from World at War and the first several like Call of Duty games, so like Cold War, Black Ops 2, and all that stuff, they're combined the zombies and because it was still the survival get through the numbered things. That game would be amazing.
Yeah, it would.
If it was just those zombie games just smash into one, like go to different areas and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just that, just you stay in that spot, survive for how many rounds, or like it just randomizes a level and just like, all right, you're there. Like, but you can be with other people because I think you have up to 4 people, but it was online. If you can do it online with 4 people, that I'm giving Call of Duty gold here, but are they going to do
royalty
it?
check.
Yeah, if they're going to do it, probably not. I'd buy the fuck out of that though. Everybody would.
Yeah. My boss suggested when he watched the Twisted Metal series that they come out with a new Twisted Metal game that's like a battle royale with the storm shrinking in on you and stuff like Fortnite does. I'd be into it. I think that'd be fun.
It would be.
All the different weapons you could customize on your car and stuff. Like
there would have to be a skill tree or something with the cars and like how powerful the cars and stuff you have to build up.
If you have 100 people, you know what would happen? You'd have 100 Sweet Tooths. That's all, that's the only person anybody would want to be.
I was partial to the guy on the bike for a little bit.
Axel.
Axel was the dude who was literally an Axel. That guy was my shit when I played. Though
I liked him too. When that game came out, but I was always partial to the hearse.
Yeah.
Where the shadow, where it shot out that shadow basically.
That thing was shaped like the fucking Griswold family cruiser.
Yeah,
man.
it was.
It was
pink or purple, wasn't it?
It was cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That for some weird reason that was always my go-to. It was easy to shoot that thing out at people and stuff and hit people with
That's
it.
like that little gray car.
Was it Spectre?
It almost looked kind of like the DeLorean in a way.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Except it wasn't a piece of shit and wasn't designed by a cocaine addict, probably.
Probably.
It might have been. I don't know.
So did you ever get into any other like games like D&D or anything like that?
I've actually been trying to get into D&D. I got a buddy who's in like 3 different campaigns, and he wants to actually run one for me and my wife at some point just to kind of teach us how to play. But I've never really had a group that could bring a new player in and like teach them the ropes of how to play. But it's definitely been on my list of things that I want to do. Like it looks super fun.
And I stepped away from that franchise for so long. The last game I played was in high school or getting out of high school, and we fought Rick James. That was fun. But it's changed so much with that stuff too, where you can basically play with people online. It's kind of wild. I guess there's a program and stuff where it's basically the dice, so there's no way of like going like, oh, I just rolled a 20, I just rolled a 15. It like does it on screen for you and everything, so there's really no cheating. But I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I guess with the pandemic, it kind of made sense.
Yeah, the pandemic made tabletop gaming online like a big thing. Like you can even play Paper Magic online on Spell Table. You have your camera facing down at your play mat, showing your cards and stuff, and playing with 3 other people who the hell knows where. So
yeah, did you ever get into like playing the actual like video game version of Magic?
Arena.
I think that's what it was called.
Arena.
Yeah.
So there's 2 Magic Online clients. There's Arena, which is the newer one, and then there's Magic the Gathering Online, which is the one that I play. Arena is much flashier, but it's only got the newer cards on it. So like you can play Standard, and a couple of formats that they made specifically for the client because of how limited the card pool is. And then I play on Magic Online, which is what I record in my videos because it's got everything on it. And it's got my favorite format, Legacy, and that's got all the other formats that you can play. And the economy is just so much easier to work with. So Magic kind of was like the first ones in the game as far as like pseudo NFTs are concerned. The individual cards are digitally unique and have actual value to them, and you can trade them, you can sell them, all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
There are services where you can rent cards from them. So like the one that I go to, I can rent like up to $1,000 worth of cards at any given time. And I have major deck ADHD. Like I always want to play something new. I'll play a deck like 3 rounds and then I'm bored with it and I want to just do something else. So that allows me to constantly be switching around between decks and stuff. Whereas Arena, there's no trading. You can't get the individual cards that you want. If you just like pay money, you can't just get them. You have to like open the packs or buy wild cards to exchange them. And then once they're in your collection, they're locked there. Like, you can't trade them, you can't dust them, nothing like that. So trying to hop around between decks on Arena is just a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, I think we did talk about that when I was working on you in a session about like the online stuff, and I didn't realize that. I think the last time I did check out that was probably it was probably Magic Online and stuff. They start you with like crappy cards and stuff where you just
Yeah, so it's like $10 to create an account, and they actually just changed it recently, and it's way more generous than it used to be. But it's like $10, you get an account. They give you a couple thousand like low powered cards and a couple of free event entry tokens. But now you actually can get like full decks. They'll just give you. They're like shitty, like you play this at an FNM and get your ass kicked sort of things, but they'll actually give you a deck that's functional and you can play with now when you create your account and stuff. So
that would be like going in and buying like to Walmart and buying like a 2-person. Hey, you can play Magic, but it's here's one deck and here's one.
Yeah,
deck.
pretty much.
I did buy one of those recently just to try to get like Kirsten to like play the game to understand it, but she always has that look of like, I'm not gonna fucking play that game.
I like play it with you.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, yeah, we'll just nerd out and do it some night and let our wives just hang out.
Okay. Yeah, I got enough cards to play. They're gonna be shit cards. I don't even remember.
I won't
what
Ripple
colors they were.
Shuffle.
Yeah. Ripple Shuffle. I won't bring out. So yeah, I got those Fallout cards. I was telling him I've got Princess Bride and then Evil Dead, but they were just packs. They weren't even like full like decks or anything like that. We're talking about it in the car right here that it was interesting that Secret Lair is a company through Magic, and they make other cards, like other card game.
So
companies.
basically, what's a Secret Lair is there are these direct from Wizards like promo sets, and they're typically between like 5 and 10 cards, and you'll always know what you're going to get because they show you ahead of time. But they have like special art and special art styles. So that's what you were getting, were those Secret Lairs.
Yeah. But they recently put out, it was I showed you the boxes of what I got, but they have more Fallout cards than that.
So the Fallout in particular, you got what were the Secret Lair line of them, which are those curated sets of cards. They released a full set with booster products that you can crack open and for Commander decks as well.
Let's see if I can try to get a box of those, if those are even available now or out.
I honestly don't know. They put out so many products, I don't even pay attention anymore.
Right, yeah, I think the only like pseudo cards that were like a limited run were some Street Fighter ones.
Yep.
And those like Street Fighter ones have like come and gone. Like you trying to find any of those or people that were actually willing to sell those things. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
I know they've put out some cat and a dog like set, and it was just kind of like, okay, like I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't know if I get those.
Magic players have some weird obsessions, like cats, dogs. They're obsessed with squirrels.
Yeah, Doctor Who, it was a big thing.
Is there a Goonies deck?
No. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Goonie Secret Lair at some point.
Well,
they're going for all of that 90s nostalgia right now.
Yeah, well, I think the next big one that everybody's like hardcore, like I can't wait for this card. I guess they're going to be doing a Marvel.
Yep.
Run.
Yeah. They could do so much though. They could do all my favorite shit. They could do Spawn. Yeah. That'd be fun. The Crow.
Doom run would be kind of fun.
That would be sweet. Yeah, they got.
I'll bet there's World of Warcraft decks. There has to be. Unless they're worried about licensing stuff.
No, I don't think there's World of Warcraft yet. They just recently started doing these crossover things within the past couple of years.
Okay.
So
it's been a new thing.
The very original one was The Walking Dead, actually. Like, that was the very first time they did this Universes Beyond, which is crossover IPs.
I thought I was possibly interested in that, but I wasn't even buying cards at that point. Yeah. But I think finding out the value and what people are willing to pay for this shit, I was kind of like, maybe I should start buying some of these fucking cards, dude.
Do you have the Walking Dead cards?
No, I wasn't a fan of the TV show. Like, I watched the first season, thought it was awesome, got like 3 episodes into the second one, I'm like, this is boring as shit.
Second season, they were at the prison.
No, they were at the farmhouse.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they were right.
Yeah. I've been told I need to muscle my way through that, and it gets better if I keep going, but I just couldn't bring myself to go back to it.
And then you'll be really happy you did, and then you'll be happy that you didn't.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. But there's a lot of spin-off stuff coming out of it, like Daryl Dixon.
Yep.
That was a good show. The Ones Who Live was awesome. There's Dead City.
Would you sit bitch on his bike on a bike ride?
On Negan's?
No, Daryl.
Daryl?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but like, Daryl,
Norman Reedus.
drive me off into the sunset, Daryl.
Fucking rub his nipples while he's riding,
Yeah.
man.
As long as he's telling me the prayer from Boondock Saints.
Yes.
Supposedly they're filming another one.
Boondocks 3.
Yep.
Have you guys seen 2?
Yeah.
It
It
a
was
piece
so
of shit.
bad.
I couldn't believe who was in that, man. Like the cop lady.
Yeah.
That was fucking Rita from Dexter.
Yeah.
You talk about two different people.
Well, they were trying to make it such a slapstick, make fun of other film franchises
yeah, but you
and
can't
stuff.
do
but
that with Boondocks.
No.
the writing for the first half of that movie was god awful, but once obviously their sidekick died, the movie got serious and it was starting to get really good. And then at the end, when Christopher Walken shows up, you're like, "Fuck, it's ending now! Like, what the fuck?" You know?
Yeah.
But I wanted to like that second one so bad. I just the ending was the best part of that whole fucking thing.
I think I heard Norman Reedus has a lot more to do with the writing in the third one.
Kind of
So
hope so. I hope they can save it. I hope they can just say like, "Hey, that second one was a bad dream."
you know what? There's some remakes that have been pretty awesome lately. So let's hope some sequels are too. Like,
The Crow.
you know, what's that?
The Crow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess, dude, the 29th and the 30th of this month, they're putting that movie back out in theaters.
Yep.
I didn't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they
it's
did like
coming
a
out
4K
theaters.
remaster of it or
Yes,
something
yes,
for the
and then-
25th anniversary.
For 30th.
Okay.
So when that I think is done with its theater run, they're putting it out on like video, like special edition DVD and all that shit. So I'll be buying that shit.
Yeah, I'll be going to the movies unless she's doing the convention thing this year, so hopefully I'm in town. But if I'm in town, I'll be going to the movies to see that.
Yeah.
I'll binge my carbs away again on popcorn. It's been a week.
Yeah. Good.
No carbs.
I did a 2-day fast Saturday night around 8 o'clock, and I didn't eat till Tuesday night about 8, so I did a 48-hour fast. And then I had ramen today when the oils and stuff that were in that fucked me up.
Did you get the bubble guts?
Dude, bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, my stomach was killing me.
Man. I call this one the showstopper.
That one did look like somebody blew their brains out in the toilet.
Oh,
It was
no.
bad. Yeah.
We talk about poop a lot.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Can't help it. We're poop humor dirty bastards. It's
So,
just funny, but it's disgusting. It's fucking.
Are you a right or left-handed wiper, or are you front to back or back to front?
Do you
Front to
stand?
back, right-handed.
Okay.
That being said, I have been converted to bidets.
Yeah, we were looking at them at was it Menards or Home Depot the other day, and I might get one.
Fucking life-changing.
Yeah, I
I
got
was
one.
so hesitant until one of my friends from work convinced me to just give one a try, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. I'd never go back.
I want a reserve tank with a pressurized air system, so you could turn that bitch up.
Yeah,
Like-
sometimes a little like too much pressure is too much pressure.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to turn yourself inside out with it.
I don't know. Some people just want to see the water come out of their mouth, but yeah, dude. So I got one of those Hey Dude like ones. I think I bought off Amazon for it was like $60-$70 or something like that. It wasn't super expensive. It's almost got too much pressure sometimes. We're
Oh,
just
yeah.
like,
I can't turn mine up past like halfway, otherwise I
Jesus
feel
Christ.
It's like I don't know. It hurts, but I think it's clean. Yeah.
I told everybody when COVID happened and there was no toilet paper that I ran a garden hose through my bathroom window.
Yeah.
I don't even have an
like-
opening bathroom window.
Shit. It's like, ooh, it's warm from the sun.
Oh, fuck. So speaking of that, when we went to Japan, bidets are fucking everywhere.
I
Well,
bet.
the ones that we have here, you just like hook them up to the water line to your toilet, so it's cold water. They're all heated in Japan.
Oh.
It was the weirdest feeling ever. It felt like someone was pissing on my ass. It was so weird.
The one that
Unless
I
if
was
you're into
looking at,
that.
the one I was looking at Menards, it was a whole toilet. Like it was designed with that.
Oh,
in
okay.
there.
So it was built in.
It had the heat, and it even had a remote. And
Man,
like,
remote
it was-
for your butthole.
yeah, but I'm like, if I get that, you don't want to. If you get something that nice, you're not going to stop there. I'm putting like a OLED TV in the shitter and
Have it play soothing music as you shit to calm you
more
down.
video games. You know, I will sit and
You
play
put
games.
underglow lights all over it and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to play the Fast and Furious and shit when you're just like,
you sit down, the bidet kicks on, and then all of a sudden, fucking Kenny G comes on.
God.
The lights dim.
why is it got to be Kenny G? Why can't it be the saxophone guy from fucking Lost Boys?
Because that would get you too amped up.
But you still believe it'll get clean.
Oh man, I love that guy, by the way. Nick actually got me a
Two
shirt,
shirts.
two shirts, a Christmas one too. But for Christmas, he got me it was the saxophone guy from the Lost Boys, and it says "I still believe" on it. I love that shirt.
That's
man.
awesome.
Well, the other one, I wasn't sure if it fit. I don't think it does. But that was the holiday version of it.
We're shooting for next year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Goals. But yeah, anyways, back to the fasting part of it.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I'm just trying to reset my metabolism and stuff. I started intermediate fasting too, so I'm trying to.
Is there a difference between intermediate and intermittent?
Is it the same thing?
I don't know. Did you mean intermittent?
Yeah, that's probably what I meant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't know.
Yeah, that one. Intermittent. I can't fucking speak sometimes.
Intermittent.
Intermittent.
Fasting. So was it hard?
No,
Not the poop.
No, that came out explosive and hurt. But if you guys want an update, but no, I've done it several times. It's not my first rodeo with fasting for a few days. The longest fast I've ever done was 3 days. And most people are just like, fuck, man. It is a mental thing, but once you get past the first day, it gets easier. And the only way I did it was with coffee and water. I don't take anything else. I mean, I take my meds in the morning and stuff, but
you could do like chicken broth though if you wanted, couldn't you?
I would break it. It would break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally just water or coffee or tea. Those won't break the fast.
Will cocaine?
I don't know.
It's 0 calorie.
Yeah. Make
Okay,
it
the
fast.
diet food.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be tough though. I did intermittent for a while, and I was doing like I want to say 7 p.m. to noon, where I wouldn't eat, and then and I felt good, but I hated myself from about 10 in the morning is when I really started getting like, I'm hungry, you know, and then I found out that I just didn't have the willpower to do it.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of intestinal fortitude to make sure that you can just like stick to it. The first any sugar I had this week at all was a donut. Somebody brought in Hertz donuts, and I was just like, well, it's time to eat. Fuck it, I'm gonna have one of these donuts.
I love Hertz donuts.
But yeah, that was it. That was all the sugar I've had this week so far. I'm not doing it no more.
I like the chocolate peanut butter donut.
I'm not gay no more. I don't like men's. I like women's.
Women. That video is so funny.
I don't think it worked.
Think he's still gay?
Pretty sure.
If he's not, his boyfriend is.
Yeah.
So, do you have any magic questions?
No, dude. I think I'm kind of like magicked out with like, because I guess we should sit down, like just have a magic night where we all like kind of get together and just hang out and like play, just to kind of familiarize myself with it back, you know. Just to, like I said, you know.
You would get annoyed with the learning curve that I would have with it.
Oh, no, trust me. I taught my wife how to play.
Yeah.
Is she good?
No.
No.
She wants the cute decks.
Do you want me to edit that out?
No. She knows I talk shit.
I guess you noticed a couch on your way, and you can crash on it if you need to.
Right on.
I got one question for you, though, and I noticed this. What's in your fish tank?
Oh, right now, just there's cardinal fish, and I'm in the process of redoing it, so I only have 2 fish in there, and the other one is just a damsel, just nothing big. Did you notice the rock in the back though?
Yeah, the false
I
back.
that I made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I just kind of got into the hobby a while ago, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. It's also another irresponsible money pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, you can see from his sleeve and stuff, he's really into fish, so.
Irresponsibly so.
I like fish.
I like glowy fish that swims around and doesn't do much.
I like the little
love
neon zip zappies in the fresh water, man. That's cool.
I think we had some of those when I was just growing up. My dad was into doing. We had 2 fish tanks.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of fish tanks that small though that are saltwater, like my 55 gallon. A lot of people get like 180 gallons and stuff, but
I feel like that's a personal attack.
oh no, what size is yours?
180.
Okay, yeah, see,
Yeah, no, I mean, I've had everything down to like a 2.5 gallon saltwater up to my current 180.
I got a 5.5 in my office. It's a freshwater.
Nice. I got the itch. I helped my wife just set up a 20 gallon freshwater, and I'm like looking at all the freshwater fish. I'm like, shit, I want to set up another tank.
Saltwater fish are fucking expensive, man.
Oh, fuck yeah, they are.
If you want any cool ones, you know, like the cowfish is cool.
Don't get started on coral. That's a whole nother story, money
Yeah,
wise.
I tried it, and I couldn't get it right.
So a couple guys I used to work with at the last shop I used to work at, two of the guys that I worked with were huge into splicing and making different types of plant life and stuff. I don't know, is it coral or like the rocky stuff that like survive off on the rocks basically?
I mean, there's tons of different things that can live like that, but yeah, most of what you'll see in the fish tanks are corals and stuff. They're probably like splicing zoanthids and shit like that.
Yeah, that's like they get into, you know, because certain light conditions and stuff, they, you know, it looks like they're glowing under black phosphorus, you know, light and stuff. But yeah, they were showing me stuff, and I was just like, you guys can make that out of just a little piece. And they're like, oh yeah, this thing will grow and.
Yeah, but it takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
Like, it does. It's not an impatient man's game.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I noticed that like the bigger it got, the more that they could like cut pieces off, and like there's like a community in town where people were like willing to buy pieces so they could have the shit.
I used to do that.
Crazy. Yeah, they were talking about like making money off of selling the shit. I was like, that's wild.
yeah.
But I think they just had like certain tanks that were just for that though. So.
I'm getting to the point where I almost regret getting into it. You know, like, I've thought about just like, all right, I'll just take care of these two fish, and then when they die, I'm just getting rid of everything.
Man, we had this fish, and my dad tried to salt water and killed it. Like, it just he couldn't do it. He didn't do it right. But we had a freshwater one, and we had this fucking blue. It was like some kind of African cichlid or something like that. But his nickname was Killer.
They can be mean little sons
Dude,
of bitches.
that thing ate everything. And like fucked up, like it just wanted to be the only one. It got big to a point where
very territorial.
Yeah,
cichlids are dicks.
Yeah. And then we put sharks and everything in that thing, thinking like, all right, he's fucking done. Nope, that fucking thing killed everything. And then we basically gave up on the tank and let the tank like basically like come down to like a murky, disgusting level. I think my dad like had to fill water back into it to basically get it to like clean out and like clean the edges and stuff. That motherfucker was still alive.
Yep.
And like we didn't even like feed it or anything. It just fucking survived.
Dude, we had this fucking shrimp, man, and it was like a fire shrimp, I think it was, and it looked really cool. I don't know why, but I named it Sheldon. And but then I got a couple like turbo snails and stuff, and this fucking dick of a shrimp, you'd see him on these shells fucking grabbing the snails out, like heaving those bitches out of there, like like he wanted maybe it was a hermit crab, I don't know, it wanted their shell or something, but it just started killing shit, man. Like, and then it died, and I wasn't sad.
We got one fish in my tank. It's actually my wife's fish, and we're just watching it one day, and I throw some food in the tank, and hermit crab comes out and starts like eating the food, and then another hermit crab comes out. And they start looking like they're going to swap shells because that's what hermit crabs do. And then this fucking fish comes over and starts like watching them and like just starts hovering around them. Well, one of the hermit crabs goes to like make the move into the other one's shell. This fucking fish grabs the crab, goes over to the rocks and starts whacking it against the rocks like a dog.
No shit.
And then just swallows it whole. It was the most brutal murder I've seen in a fish tank yet. It was hilarious though.
Huh, interesting.
Fish are friends, not food.
Fuck those crabs, though.
Yeah.
Fucking crabs.
I hate crabs.
Crab-ass crabs.
I should have wore the shampoo for 2 to 4 weeks.
That's what you get for having a red shell, crab-ass crab.
Yeah. Bitch ass.
Should have had a boo crab show.
Yeah, there's turf wars going on
Yeah.
in the fucking tank. Oh, on that note, I think we're at an hour.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of where we've been striving to keep them, just to keep them a little bit consistent. But We may do a 3-hour episode someday. You
Maybe.
just
You
don't
never know. We might Rogan it.
Yeah, we'll see. But thanks for coming on the show, man. This has been fun.
Yeah, this was a blast. Thanks for having me.
We both have pretty bad ADHD, so we trailed off from Magic the Gathering quite a bit, but it was still fun.
Yeah, once we get a little bit more knowledge in the game and stuff, and then like if everybody wants to check out Steve's YouTube videos and stuff, what's it called again?
Yeah, Dassourkraut, Dassourkraut. So
yeah, if you want any knowledge about that stuff, I'm sure there's probably people on your feeds probably talking shit. Like I can beat you in Magic, right?
oh, I'm sure. I just uploaded a video earlier this week, and there were already people downvoting. I'm like, yeah, I get pissed. I don't care.
Yeah.
The fact that you took time out of your day to downvote this makes me happy.
So send us a link,
Yep.
and I'll make sure that I post that. And
Yeah, and Steve's been helping us out with some video and stuff, so
Yeah.
hopefully that'll be completely fixed.
he changed our video life today.
Yeah. And then, so we got this platform up on just literally everything, but Apple is being such a pain in the dick still.
Yeah,
So-
in fact, you know what? I'd like to take a minute to say, go fuck yourself, Apple.
I second that. Fuck Apple.
But unless you start working for us and we get rich from you posting our podcast, then sorry.
So if you want to sponsor us, you can send requests into poweredumpodcast@gmail.com.
And our secondary address is fuckyourshitty@gmail.com.
I got an iPhone.
Oh, sorry. What kind of phone you got?
I got Android.
Android? Okay.
Yeah.
Me too. Android.
Literally the only reason why I got it is because it's integrated with all my shit for work. So
Do you have a Mac at work?
no.
Oh, me either.
Nope, no man.
I just like giving you shit about it.
Yeah.
I think that
I can send photos and stuff from off the internet to my iPad the easiest with that phone. So
if Apple made a folding phone, yours would probably open all the way. Mine doesn't. It's broke.
yeah. Supposedly they've got a patent for a flip one too. So yeah, like one of those.
Yeah.
I like those.
This was awesome when I got it.
Does this
My
have
wife
the-
still opens
Does this
fine.
have the video on the? They
No,
make
that's
a new
the
screen.
Gen 4 one, not the Gen 5. Yeah, this is actually my second one. My first one, I opened it one day and I heard this weird crack. I'm like, what? And then I opened it all the way, heard a pop, and the screen exploded.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Luckily, it was covered under warranty, but
Yeah, so this is cool. Like, if I open it up and I can see on my camera, now if I push that, you could see you too.
oh yeah,
Like,
shit, that's cool.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
All right, guys. The end of the episode. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. We are Powered Up Podcast. I'm Vinny.
I'm Nick.
And
I'm Steve.
thanks for checking us out.
Might as well touch yourself while you're at it.
Touch yourself.